Hello everyone, thank you for coming back for another video. This is Altered Playing Cards number 2, and I'm just starting out with some stamping with stamps I got from Amazon, so I don't exactly know the name of it. And I just use some black stamp, ink, and go on the cards, a little bit of random. Now meanwhile, you may have noticed that I am testing out monetizing my videos. You know, gotta feed the habit, gotta feed the art. But if you guys don't like that, if the ads are getting unbearable, just let me know and I'll turn it off. I mean, I am so not expecting to make big bucks here, but I thought getting, you know, some money here and there would be nice. Now, this entire process was very experimental, so I'm not stamping all the cards yet. Now here I have some tea bags, used tea bags, that was the main point of this experiment, and I'm just using some matte gel medium. Now I'd been saving these tea bags because, again, this was an experiment that I wanted to do, and I thought, well, I need a little more stamping, so I added that Eiffel Tower. One lesson learned here is to make sure that the ink is entirely dry first before you apply the matte medium, because it does smear. So then I just use the medium to glue down the tea bag. Now I think this tea was Earl Grey, but I'm not entirely sure. And I say that because the tea types, different teas will give you different colors, as you're about to see. See how it's got this really nice purple color, and it was prettier in real life. You know, the camera's not very good in this lighting because I'm doing this way late at night. So I thought, okay, well, I'll use this really purple, pretty purple tea bag color on my card with my favorite stamp, and I'm not sure if you can tell here, but it actually changed the color. The glue just completely changed the color of the tea bag, and it made it like this kind of a, I don't even know, like this gross grayish color that I felt just totally ruined it. There was definitely some kind of chemical reaction going on. So with these unstamped ones, I am going to glue down the tea bag. One of the tea bags was unused, and that was because I didn't like the tea inside it, and so that's that white one that I'm currently stamping on. And I just decided to use it just for texture, I guess, and to see how it would look. Picking out some napkins that I've gotten either from Tuesday Morning or from a yard sale. And I'm just cutting out pieces and laying them down, seeing where I like them. And I do apologize for being off screen so much. the way, this microphone is brought to you by my wonderful dear husband, who bought it for his own use, and now I'm finally borrowing it for mine. I had a hard time trying to decide what I wanted and where to put things where. I mean, you can see my selection is not very large, and it just took me a long time to decide, and it doesn't seem like it, maybe because a lot of editing went into this video. So now I'm just using the same matte medium to glue down the napkin pieces. I was so sad about this one. I had such high hopes for it, and then it just became this horrible gray color. Now this one, I, Mod Podged the whole thing, or not Mod Podged, but matte mediumed the whole thing, and then covered the whole thing with the napkin. And it wasn't till later that I'm like, why did I do that? Because the whole point was to be using the tea bag as the background, the main part of it. So with that other piece, then you saw me tear out the butterfly, so I wouldn't be covering the whole thing again. But then with this one, because the whole thing was white, I just thought, all right, I'll just do the whole thing. And then I tore up that upper corner one so that it would be a smaller piece. But that's what happens when you do crafting in the wee hours and start losing brain function. And I think it turned out alright in the end, but at the time I was just groaning to myself. And so now just cutting them all out, all the excess off, and restamping in a few places because some of it was lost with the layers. And then adding stamps where there wasn't before, just to give it a little more interest. And because I was not really planning this. The only real thing planned here was that I was going to use playing cards and tea bags and stamping. And how that was going to come together, I had no idea. Now in my previous video, you saw me use some lace pieces, so I was, expecting to do that again. So I brought out some pieces and just was trying to figure out what worked, what I liked, and testing here and there. I decided I didn't like ribbon on that upper corner one on the left side, and didn't have anything for it. And then I'm just inking the edges with vintage photo. Pulled out my key bag that I also got from Amazon and trying to test it out, but I wasn't really satisfied with how it was going. I didn't really like the ribbons on there, and so in the end I just ended up taking it all off. And you can see me trying to figure out what to do next. So, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Or stamping! And just kind of fill in those blank spots a little bit. And then busted out the keys, because I knew I wanted to use that. I just hadn't been sure how. And the tricky part here was to find keys that were short enough to not take over the entire card, but interesting enough that they were worth looking at. You know, not too plain, not too simple. And this may sound a little silly, but also something that would go with the theme of the card. Like, for example, with the blue Paris card, I had the heart key, partly because the card itself was the Jack of Hearts, and, you know, Paris and romance and all that. So I figured that having a heart key would match that theme. And then with this card here, it just was not coming out very well. So I'm trying to do some damage control with some washi tape, a little bit of ribbon, or lace rather, and then a bird sticker from a vintage sticker book. Vintage image sticker book, I should say. And I liked it a little better after that. So all my keys are picked out, and I felt that this was a little too bright, so I'm just toning it down with some more vintage photo. Using some cord that I got from Hobby Lobby. I was trying to figure out what I was doing. Wasn't sure what, oh right, so I had forgotten to paste a backing onto these cards, and you would think I had learned my lesson from the first time, and I did, mostly, just temporarily forgot. So glued on some backing, and I was so glad I remembered to do that before I added cord. Now I know I'm off camera a lot again, and it seems really awkward, but I have a good reason why, and I hope you'll forgive me. Yep, here I am off camera again, and I knew I was, and it was just so awkward to try to get my hands to be in the camera, and the reason is coming up. Wait for it. There. My son. My youngest baby. He's, I think, 4 months. And I was holding him in the baby carrier while I was doing all this crafting. So that's why I was off camera so much. Sorry. I hope his cuteness, though, helps you to forgive me. His name is Zachariah. again, trying to color match a little bit with the cards and the cord. Kind of keep it, what's the word? Not comprehensive. Gosh, I can't remember the word. Well, you know, looking cohesive. There it is, cohesive. Yes, to make it all look cohesive. And there's my cards. I only wish they came out better. I mean, they did come out better than I thought they were going to, but it could have been a lot better. In any case, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a good day, evening, afternoon, and I hope to see you around. Bye.